I got some NBA Live 18 here. I know it's not this year's game, but it's the only game that my nephew's got. Say hello there, Jimmy.
Hello.
He's 11, and I think he's awesome at this game, and I just wanted to upload a video of me and my nephew playing this game. We couldn't record the chat during the game for some reason. I don't think they allow talk in this game, and I don't know how to get the party talk included on the video, so we're just going to talk through the game here and let you know that it's not somebody older, because he's really impressive at this game. And then we're playing with this other random guy. I don't know who he is, but he's a good player. He didn't make many baskets today, Jimmy.
Maybe not.
But he passes the ball, doesn't he?
Aye.
He's a good team player. Sometimes it goes like that in this game. I don't know, he missed a layup one time. He was straight through, no defender near him. And I've always thought layups were automatic. If nobody's near you, it's an automatic layup. And he was even missing automatic layups. It just wasn't his day shooting hoops. But he was a great team player. He was blocking and he was passing, and really helped us won a few games to make this video. But that's me there, the guy, the wing defender there on the ball there now, and that's my nephew there who I passed to. And you made your first basket, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He's a little bit shy. Your defense terrible, isn't it, Jimmy?
Aye. He
What
runs around all over the place.
He runs around all over the place, but he knows how to put the ball in the hoop, don't he? What do you like doing best?
Dunking.
Dunking? He loves to dunk. That's my first shot. I missed. My shooting was good in this game. My defending was okay. I think we lose this first game, don't we?
Yeah.
My nephew, he's only 82 rated. He's only played this game a few times. Many threes have you made? One?
I think it was like 2, wasn't it?
2 threes he's made. He's really... Everybody in this game knows the wing scores terrible threes. Well, he's made 1 or 2 threes with him. But I told him to forget the threes, just concentrate what you're good at. He doesn't know the rules of the game. He stays in the paint for 3 seconds a lot, and he was doing backcourt violations, but he only done 1 backcourt violation. Once I told him don't go back into your own half, he didn't do it again. But there's many people I play this game with, even yet they still make the 3 seconds in the paint foul. Just a lot of people always does that foul, and that was the only bad thing he done, really. But he's always running into the paint there. I'm always trying to get the ball to him. And he's always playing basketball. You don't be greedy in basketball. It's a team game. Anybody can make baskets. Look, my nephew, he's only 11 here, and he can make baskets. So this guy we're playing with, we're always trying to pass to him too. That's how basketball should be played, a team game. There, my nephew's on the paint 3 seconds. He just doesn't know the rules. Now, if he really stuck at this game, he only plays it. I think the last time he played it was last year when the game came out, and he was good then, and he hasn't played it in a year. And I just said to him, I said, Mom, we'll get a game because I know you're good at this game. And we played 3 games, and he was amazing for a kid, so he was. Really, team player, always passing. We're getting a bit in this game, aren't we, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Suppose you can't remember your baskets in this game?
Not a few.
But that might have been the other game. There's you on the ball now. Look, good passer. Maybe I should have shot quick there, but
Yeah.
giving it back to my nephew. My nephew's always passing. That's how basketball should be played. You pass the ball until you get the open shot there. I'm open now. Easy shot. Easy basket. The wing defender is so superior in this game. Really couldn't adapt the NBA Live 19 because the wing defender's not as good. He was the king in NBA 18, so he was the wing defender. He could block, steal, defend, he could dunk, he could lay up, and he could make threes with those traits. I've got that 3-point shooting trait, I've got an open three trait, and I've got I think it's a late release trait, and he's just as good as a point shooter or a wing shooter. With the wing, me and my buddies plays this game, and we're all wing defenders, and we all shoot threes, and we just own the point shooters and the wing shooters all the time in this game. They really can't do nothing when they get into the paint. The wing shooters and point shooters, they're really not as effective. But we could just do everything that they can do by shooting threes. My nephew, he's a wing scorer. My opinion, he's the worst player on the NBA 18. I'm glad that they buffed him and made him a better player in NBA 19. It's a much fairer game, NBA 19. The wing defender was far too powerful. Like someone dribbling, that didn't even trouble me. I just stopped sprinting and stayed in front of him. I always was able to steal the ball off dribblers. Just could not dominate the wing defender in this game. A close game now, 2018. I think we lose this game, don't we, Jimmy?
Aye. That was a good pass by me.
No, I'm trying to get you the basket, but it went to the other guy instead. It always does that. And then that's when we lose. We could have won that game.
Yeah.
Next game's your game, bud.
Aye.
You done alley oops, you were dunking, you were laying up.
Aye. Oh, I'm a break up there again.
So this is the second game now, Jimmy. This is your game.
Yeah.
We won this game, don't we? I think we do.
So.
There's three games here we played. I know we've won two of them, one or two of them anyway. I can't remember.
This is where I got the good goals.
I give him a couple of alley oops. You weren't at your best in these games. Maybe it's because it's your first 3 games in a year, but
Yeah, that's what I found.
that's why I love the wing defender. Look at, they can just block everyone. In the NBA 19, I don't know, the angle needs to be right, but in the NBA 18, there was multiple angles that you could block with a wing defender. My nephew, he gets play of the game. Look at this basket. Look at that basket there. Only is out of bounds. Over the backboard and in.
Imagine if I was like there and then I went over and then I
Yeah, you were unlucky.
that would have been some goal.
No, wing defender can't score. Is on the ball defence is 93 rated. Is the max rating.
Here's my goal.
Good dunk, and he knows how to celebrate. I never told him what they pressed to celebrate there. How do you know that?
Because it showed the door button twist around.
The reason why I give my nephew the wing score, because all he really knows is how to lay up and dunk. He knows to hold R2 and sprint under the paint and hold square. And he pulls it off really well.
Yeah.
I wish I had the videos of him last year doing it, because he was much better.
There's
I
a
remem-
little better in pass, I think.
I remember you scored 4 out of 5 attempts last year.
Did it?
But I don't know, he likes Fortnite and other games, and he just has no time for this. I couldn't believe it. He was doing so well the last time I played, and he just after 2 games he wanted to leave. If you stuck at this game here, you'd be amazing at this game.
Is here my goal?
No,
No, here's.
why wouldn't I take that free there? It was wide open.
Right.
Defenders weren't closing me down. I think they were expecting me to slam, so. Maybe they don't know how good my wing defenders threes is. Normally when a game starts, you look to see who you're playing against as point shooters or wing shooters. You know then defend the 3-point line, because that's all they're going to go for.
Here's my goal.
But when people see a wing defender, maybe they're saying, this boy's just going to slam and lay up. He's not going to take threes on. But I've played the league and I've unlocked the 3-point shooting by. It's a hard process when you play the league, trying to make threes against the computer. I must so many, but I think you make 15 or something. 15 open threes and 30 attempted threes or something like that, and then you unlock the 3-point shooting. Then I just went and played the streets then, and the more I made then, I made all my traits gold, and he just does not miss threes. I'm sure there, if my nephew's wing score had been up 90 rated, 98 rated or whatever,
Last year.
you would make a lot more baskets. You're only 82 rated. Stats is really low.
Yeah.
We really defend well in this game.
My defense is not that good.
And that other guy that was playing, his defending's good.
Yeah. Yours is like doing. That's one was like 77 or something.
Alley-oop. You remember that?
Yep. I think I got 2 of them in that game.
I was shouting, run on the paint, Jimmy, run on. And he done it perfect. So we're a point up in this game. With the wing defender there, I just keep moving in the paint. I just keep moving in the paint there and wait for the defenders to block. Once you see those defenders blocking, that's when I go for the basket then.
What's my goal again?
3 out of 5, not bad.
What do you know?
Because it comes up on the right hand side there.
Hmm.
And I got a good block there.
Mm-hmm.
I was asking you to pass, but either way he was good too. That guy just had no luck making the shots. I wanted to see him make shots because he was a really good team player.
Yeah.
That's how basketball should be played. Move the ball until you get an open shot. And look at that for the game winner. You were amazing that game.
Didn't I get 3 goals in that one?
You got 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
You got 1 layup and 3 dunks.
Yeah. I like the one where I ran into the box and then you threw it and I went like that there.
Alley-oop.
Right.
That's what they call that. I threw the ball up the hoop and you caught it and slammed it on.
I just seen someone do it there in real life before.
Oh, you see it all the time when you watch basketball.
Yeah.
And this is the final game now. We're only playing against 1 guy this time and 2 computers. Now I've that situation there where it's just 3 against 1 guy and he's got 2 computers. You would say that the advantage is with the people with 3, but it's really not. The advantage is with the guy with the 2 computers, because he's on the same wavelength. He can call a pass from any of those 2 computers, and those computer boys defend better than real players. They don't block. You can't really bluff them. They just guard you so close that everybody hates playing against the computer, especially if you're trying to make threes. You know, it's really tough to make threes against the computer.
Is this your last game?
This is the last game. This is the one where you get the alley-oop.
That's the only one I've done.
I'm annoyed that we couldn't record the game chat during the game, because you were talking much more clear and you knew what you were doing. Now you can't remember when you get the alley-oop, and it's not as exciting as when you first got it. There, I get a good steal there. A wing defender. He's basically LeBron James in this game.
Or Michael Jordan.
No, LeBron James. LeBron James can do a bit of everything. He shoots threes, he can dunk, he can lay up, and he's a great team player.
Yeah.
And he's got those attitude dunks, and he's just the all-round basketball man. But we're really doing well against this guy with the computer. Well, he's really not. I don't know, this guy is sometimes just standing there. I don't know, he's not looking to defend. That's why I didn't shoot in this game. I had so many open shots and I just wouldn't take them on. I would have got no fun out of making that shot there all the time. I just want to set up my teammates, because that guy's not even playing over there. I want to see my nephew get some baskets here, and I want this guy to get some baskets, but he's getting marked with a computer. They just guard you, and whenever you go to make the basket, the computer has got the timing spot on. Whereas if you're playing against a human player, well, you can pretend you're going to the basket and then you see him blocking, and then that's when you're open then. You play against the computer, you don't have that luxury. Now, tip to anybody that's not too sure about the NBA. If you're playing against the computer and they're marking you so tight and you're not making baskets, well, just be a team player and set up your teammates. You see, look, I'm open all the time here. But I don't want to shoot. Look, I'm standing there. Why is that guy in the green not coming out? I don't get that many opportunities to play this game with my nephews, so I know we could upload better games where it's 3-on-3. There was games where me and my nephew has won games against 3-on-3, but this time we're just going to upload this video anyway. See, the wing defender, he's so strong. My nephew's really not playing well. The wing defender can really clutch the game, so he can. As long as you get back and defend, just stay in the paint. If you know you're not playing against 3-point shooters, all you do is just stand in the paint. Nobody's going to get past the wing defender. The 3-point shooters is the hardest to defend because you're always trying to follow them on the 3-point line. When me and my friend plays this, my friend's really good at it. He knows all the buttons too. Knows how to block, knows how to steal really well. When we play this here, if we play against like 3 wing scorers or something like that, somebody that's or post anchors or rim protectors, we just stand in the paint, and those guys can't make baskets. I don't know why you don't get a defensive 3-second penalty or something like that. You get a forward 3-second penalty, but you don't get the defensive one, and you just stay there in the paint the whole time till they try and score.
Is this the one we won or lose?
No, we won this game, we come back. But the computer's terrible at scoring. They're easy to defend, but that's their defending. It's a good steal there, I got off the computer. And there's your alley-oop.
1-0 there. Score's tied.
Yeah, once I seen that guy in the green not marking, that's when I stopped scoring this game. And there, that's a basket there that the computer couldn't stop you. When you seem to go onto the basket like that you can't defend that. And that's a really good basket you got there, Jimmy.
Yeah, I went up there and back in.
Yeah, it's Showtime gets the winning basket in this. I said to my nephew, I said, give it out to Showtime because he deserves to get the winning play this time. And that was only your second backcourt violation.
Yeah.
And why are you black hair anyway?
Hmm?
Why have you got black hair in your character for?
Well, because I don't like it in the rolls.
But sure, why don't you put it your own colour?
Brown?
Brown, aye.
Oh, I like the colour brown hair than that.
Well, why don't you cut it off then?
I'm hardly going to go around with a body basketball player shooting hoops.
If you don't like brown hair, why don't you dye it or cut it off then?
Can you do that?
In real life, I'm on about.
No, you never do that.
Well, you says you don't like brown hair.
Yeah, but it's better than blue hair.
True. Don't tell your fella that, anyway. Now this game now, they just first to 21, you won by 2. It went tit for tat for a little bit. I shot that one because I really needed it, because it means now if they get a basket we can't lose, so that was the only one that I really wanted to take there. Just to give my nephew and my teammate a chance to win this game.
We know I need 3-pointer and we need One.
And 2 defenders on you there. That's why you didn't score that.
Yeah.
All we have to do now is score 2s. We score a 2 here. See, I could shoot 3s there, but I don't want to. I've been scoring all night there, and it's really just trying to set up my teammates.
Put that goal on.
If your wing scorer had been ranked up max, that would have went in. Should have passed to the other guy there, he was standing 3-2. There, this is your alley out now, Jamie.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I knew, because when I stole the ball, I remember. That's the play of the game too.
The goalie back there.
Yep. Through his legs, real fancy. You were greedy that game, Jim. And if you're thinking about making a wing defender in this game, my advice in ranking him up would be do on the ball defense first, max that out, and then max out your shot block, and leave the dunk to last, because the dunk's only really style. It's not really makes you better at dunking. He can dunk from the start. Leave the dunk last. I think I took dribbling, which was a mistake. Maybe I should have took mid-range or something like that, or passing, or what. I can't remember what the other choices was. But do your on the ball defense first, and then do shot block, and then I done steal then. That was the order I done it in, and left dunk to last. Because the dunk, well, I would do the dunk up until you get the dunk-ons, but after that, just abandon the dunk and just do the rest of your stats. But make him a super defender first, and you'll find out that he'll be an awesome player for you. Thanks for watching anyway.